Greetings and good time zone. I hope people are doing well today. Hi Zan, hi Rivu, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. I have a new party member. Do I do it like this or do I do it like that? We're in an arrow formation.
I'm here.
I do need to check out more of what Sagani has. They have decent health and endurance. Fairly sure they're set up with ranged, yeah. And just fine hide armor, then I might change. It is in fact way too warm. Yes. Hmm. 16 to 24. Hunting. Oh, is this a war bow? No, this is also a hunting bow. It's just the damage on it is nuts. It's plus 45%. Yeah. Okay. What abilities do you have?
I'm here.
Wounding shot. Hobbling and inflicting raw damage. Nice. Once per encounter. Oh, this is 2 per encounter. Accuracy 58.
Well,
What's my accuracy still? 59. Though I do have reliable. I really wish you could click these and mouse over them to see what they did. Because damaging is just damaging. So I think reliable is like plus 4 accuracy. Oh, maybe it's the grazes to hits. That's probably what it is. I really want to get you a gun again, but better than these, and I don't want to enchant just yet. Like, I could get fine and then damaging. I don't have Drake talons. Great. We did see a Drake, though,
of
before.
course.
Anyway, I
Ready,
need to
Watcher.
set you to class behavior. Animal companion. Defensive. Me, aggressive. Class behavior. I'll use caution. Okay, we still have some more of the map to uncover, and then we'll hopefully be going to Defiance Bay. As I like to make sure all the fog of war is gone that I can make sure that is gone. Because I don't want to miss loot. Oh, I should have been in scouting mode. That's pause, that's speed up. Because now I could have missed something. Which means now I've got to go back. Because games like this tend to like hide random bits of loot anywhere. Like there could be something in the stone wall. Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go. Wait a minute. This fog of war in the corner. There is in this one, but I don't think I can get to it. There we go. Guess I need to exit from here then. Yay. Edelland Bridge. Place called Searing Falls doesn't sound very waterfally. 4 hours. Let's go. To the bridge. Oh. Loot. Oh, hi. Commoners. Commoner. They're all bloody common. Quick save. Then we have Kickstarter backers. It's Commoner's fault. Why are they sneaking? Don't they see I can see? Welcome to Defiance Bay. Watch yourself in our city. Understand? Just this here. What is it? I'm looking for the Temple of Wodika. Huh? You say so. It's in the first fires, just west of Crucible Keep. Okay.
How do you do?
What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have time right now, but it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Rowan is stirring up trouble again. Must be a faction, I guess. He jerks his head at the gate. He'd be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city. Liberally flavoured with Dozens propaganda, of course. You seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all parts under some misguided notion that things are actually better here. That the legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. It looks you up and down. No offense. Bye. And good luck to you.
Shh.
They're being very quiet and stealing fruit. Okay, this bridge is it's a very small map. I kind of expected more. Copper Lane, that's all we can go to. Okay. Bam. Ding.
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whiteone's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
That incinerated a god. Kitty! Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, can't interact. Bullshit.
Defiance Bay. I miss Adir already.
I want to pet the kitties! Oh, that's my cat. I want to pet the kitty cat. This one's undead. I want to pet the live one that is actually floating. This kitty doesn't connect to its shadow. I want a supernatural cat. So this guy was the guy that we were just warned about, Rowan. Oh, this place is quaint. Kinda. Alright, let's go talk to some lunatic. Down with Animancy.
Good day, stranger.
Rowan's arms are crossed and his mouth is set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up. New in town, eh? You've picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacies no better here. It's the Animancers, Magran scorch 'em, and they nest in this city like rats. You mark my words, though, us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. Tell me about the dozens. He taps his chest. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influence of Animancers and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training these days. Just like a militia, the dozens, except for the training and the discipline and the code of honor. His eyes gleam. And we're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. If you have any interest in hearing more, stop by Admet's Den sometime. The Expedition Hall, a lot of free thinkers in there, can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the Animancers want you to believe. Might even be some paid work there for motivated types. What are you doing out here? He gestures at the crowd, which buzzes with angry chatter, trying to get folks to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. What do you know about Animancy? It's the study and manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the purview of the gods. The Udirans at least had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. It's not like magic, chanting, or the soul readings that those ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Ingwithan times, which is why you'll see Animancers tinkering with old Ingwithan artifacts. Kana raises a fist to cough discreetly into. Half-truths all. But he's an enthusiastic performer, I'll give him that. He shakes his head. Trouble is, the Animancers got no idea what half those artifacts actually do. Not that they'll admit it. Our emphatic friend is correct, but about one thing, at least. I'd like to know more about Defiance Bay. This is the capital of the Free Palatinate of the Deerwood. We started out as the capital of an Adiran colony, but we booted the Flaccid Scepter from these lands 150 years ago. These days, we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world. But we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Fires, Ondra's Gift, Brackenberry. Ooh, night time. Hi, Fari. Long time no see. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. At Brackenberry and Heritage Hill, he ticks each off on a calloused finger. Tell me about Copper Lane. This here is Copper Lane. He taps a scuffed boot on the cobblestones. It's primarily a market district, but you've also got the Expedition Hall directly north of here, where you can join treks into the wilds. It's also where my fellow dozens, martyrs, and I tend to meet up with other concerned citizens. He points to a long domed building west and north of your position. And that's the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, you ask me. But they've got the biggest library in the Deerwood. Ooh, law. Kana laughs. Eerie indeed. It might be less so if more kith stepped inside. Perhaps we ought to visit Zera and see just what mysteries are revealed. Tell me about Brackenberry. A noise of disgust rattles in his throat. The nobility that didn't sail back to Adia stayed there. Most of the families there trace their lineage back to old imperial times. Other than a lot Other than that, other than a lot has been nobility. God, that was difficult to read. You've got Hadrit House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, the Brackenbury Sanitarium, the main cesspit of animancy in the city. He spits on the cobblestone. Tell me about the first fires. That's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace, the Vilian Embassy, the Crucible Keep. He shakes his head. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they're just strutting peacocks with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads up their asses. There's an old temple of Wodica there too. We keep it real nice for her. Tell me about Ondra's gift. Got the name because it was a wetland that was drained back in the Imperial days. Now it's a seedy district populated by sailors, common folk, and more than a few thugs. It's a fun place too, if you know where to look. He winks and elbows you. Look for a place called the Salty Mast while you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned homes. Tell me about Heritage Hill. He shivers. It used to be one of the more prestigious districts in the city. Heroes of the Revolution claimed plots up there, next to an ancient Ingwithan tower and the city cemetery. Had the best views in Defiance Bay. Attracts richer types these days. Lot of animancy patrons, he spits. He glances at the crowd and lowers his voice. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple of months ago. The authorities sealed it off and they're keeping their mouths shut. But mark my words, animancy's to blame. Talk about something else, but we've done it all. Farewell. Fare thee well. Okay. This is the Goose and Fox, so we have an inn. Let us go and have a look in. Actress. This Stelgear's pelt is thick with dust and moss. The plaque below reads Maiden Falls 2682. Oh, that's definitely stealing. How's my stealth though? Quick save. You'll find all sorts. Everyone's a philosopher here. Lively place, isn't it? That miserable bastard. You're highlighted. Kainra. Noble. Are you here for some words of wisdom too? Mercenary. It's a good place to unwind between jobs. Sometimes I even find new ones. Okay, let's go talk to Kainra. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up with one hand and slams a half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. You look like you could use another drink. I'll get there, she says. She takes a long drink from her glass. Hi, Pyro, how are you today? I hope you're doing well, friendo. Just trying to calm down and trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Something foolish? She says nothing for a few moments, as if hoping you'll leave. At last, Kainara looks up at you, and lamplight falls across her face. A purpling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. There's something I need to give to my fiancé, Pernisk. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Who hit you? She shakes her head. I know how this looks, but you don't understand. It's not like Pernisk. It's these new friends of his. They've brought out the worst in him. Tell me about these new friends. They come into our house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Pernisk makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift. But not under my roof. She scowls and then winces, her fingertips gently probing her bruise. Sveth changes you, I guess. The Pernisk I knew wouldn't have squashed the spider. I never thought he'd. She trails off, still feeling the swollen, discolored flesh. Don't have the survival. I thought Sveth just made people lay around not doing much. I don't really know. It seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Maybe I could talk to him. Her hand rests on the table, and she clenches it into a white-knuckled fist. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand and a ring clatters onto the table. Oh, she's being honest. It was his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I lose my temper and I'll probably wind up with another one of these, she points to her bruise. But I've heard you're trustworthy. If you give this back to him, you'll know we're done. You've heard? Okay. I've literally just entered the city. I'll take this ring to Pernisk then. She looks at you and nods. The house is just north of here. Just, please don't hurt him. As furious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. What if it's self-defense, Stabby? Also, is this the kitchen? Sure. Oh, what was this? A dragon is outlined in charcoal pencil. The thick, jagged lines and the faint smell of sulphur suggest that the artist completed this sketch in a hurry. Cliff Dragon, White Marsh, 2685. I think he found the dragon. So this is stealing, but there's no one here to see me do it.
Where there's a pick, there's a whip.
Oh,
It's finished.
give ring, bartender's ring. What are you? Plus 20% damage against spirit, plus 20% damage against vessel, plus 5 will. Okay. Sadly, that's probably best on you. You do have a free ring slot. I did want to give the plus 5 will to Adair. 66 will. You're hopefully not getting charmed or anything soon. Sup, Brad? Ooh, a merchant. Go on. Son of a bitch. I hate to say it, but the legacy's been good for business. A dwarf and an Orlan debate philosophy on the other side of the curtain. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Liam. The man behind the bar is nearly the size of an Almar. A handle protrudes from his back, and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it in one broad hand, but doesn't drink from it. Tell me about yourself. Name's Bishop. Used to be a scholar of Berath. Now I run the Goose and Fox and keep the regulars in line. He shifts, and you see a warhammer strapped to his back. That makes more sense. What more is there to tell? How do you go from religion to taverns? The journey isn't as long as you'd think. It started with Hollowborn, and with this, he takes a black bottle from under the bar and fills the pewter cup. It was my sister's son. He takes a drink. At the beginning of Wideone's legacy, he was one of the first. I never expected there would be so many after him. Tragedy is part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents were grieving for their Hollowborn children, and the gods were silent. So you lost your faith. He leans forward, crossing his arms on the bar. Berath promises rebirth, cycles, but the only cycle I found was this one. He taps the bar. Have a drink, have another, and another until I couldn't remember how I got home. Wake up, come back. I finally woke up one day to see my family had packed up and left. For all I know, they'd left days before and I just hadn't noticed. They were gone. So I came here. I've cleaned up since then. Not that I've found my answers. He tosses the cup back. I've just stopped asking questions. This is a lively place. It was founded in the early days of Deerwooden independence by a travelling scholar named Errol of Levy. He wanted a place where kith and of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. He rests his elbows on the polished wood of the bar. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats argued with dock workers from the Gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Deerwoodens have never been known to turn down an argument. He takes a sip from the tiny cup. I can imagine things got interesting. Soon, kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. He waves at the door as if expecting a crowd to bustle in. This place got even more popular with the Violian soldiers than the Salty Mast. And that was the problem. He drains his cup. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument with the wrong Thane. And when he disappeared a few days later, some said it was the work of that Thane. He shrugs, spreading his hands over the bar as he surveys the room, but Errol knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town, hid out somewhere, hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. He cracks his wry grin. If only he could see it now. Could I'll order some refreshments. Not a refreshment, but I'm buying the dog. Do I have anything to sell right now? I have the hunting bow. I'm keeping a wand just in case. So you... Taking all the pets, even if I'm storing them here. Actually, yeah. Just in case something happened. Oh, I'd never put it on looting to that. Okay. Oh, what am I... Oh, damn it. Didn't mean to put that on him. I guess it would work, though. Oh, no, you have the Grimoires that I might want to change out. We will do this. And that. And give you that. Okay. I do kind of want to find a merchant in this place. Just to see, you know, what's available, because we've found a few merchants so far. Brackenberry, Catacombs, First Fires, the Hall of Revealed Mysteries, Scrivener's Dormitory, Bernisk's House, Marketplace.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
This is probably a good start to sell stuff. Heritage Hill claims another curious soul. Hear ye, hear ye. Please move along, I have a long list to get through. Hear ye, hear ye. Weapons, Igran. Okay, quick save.
Good day to you.
Show me your way. Well, actually, the young woman stands by a cart, watching the crowd with large, bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveller. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Oh, what is this? Property seal of... Only usable by priest, but I mean, that's pretty good, and I can't afford it. +2 second level spell uses, +1 fourth level spell use? Summon Delengam. Once per rest. Okay. You have no armor, even though you just said you did. Okay. I'm not going to buy anything yet. I'm just looking. You sell fruit,
Hail
I
and well
guess.
met.
The merchant smiles brightly. Well met, traveller. Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journeys? Dragon meat. You got camping supplies. Okay. Igran, what delights
Hail
do you
and
have?
well met.
Igran stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look? You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay. Outside Sunild's, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. What's so special about Sunild? She operates in the expedition hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder, sells the best equipment in the city. But Wenham keeps her on a short leash, keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. Let's see what you have for sale. Pike's Pride. Oh, shit. Stun duration goes down, knockdown duration goes down, +9 will. Sad thing is, it's a lot less DR. But that's good, and that's really good for him. Oh, the Dunrid Demon. What do you do? +2 intellect. Okay. Kinda want to buy all of these, just in case. And I'll take the torch. Borisane. It's a unique warbow. 20% of damage restored as endurance. Attacks can stun on crits. Interesting. But it costs 10 grand. The Lady's Hand. It's a scepter. +10 accuracy while endurance below 50%. +20% damage while endurance below 50%. Converts grazers to hits. Okay. Plus Thane's Reach. Hike. Okay. Inflicts -5 accuracy on hit. That's pretty good. Shatterstar. +1 enemies engaged. Oh, I could give that to you. Wait, you have that, don't you? Because you have guarding, measured restraint. Yeah, never mind. Ooh, a blunderbuss. Don't deal very... Oh, 6 projectiles. I wonder if they could all sneak attack. That is very low damage, though. Even on you. Okay, we'll try the other... Oh, yeah, trade. We'll try the other place. I do want to just place these in here. Let me just put all these in the stash. Gonna keep all the spell rights ones. Oh, you have a cape, don't you? You don't. So here's some more deflection, which you badly need. I guess I'll give you Gone's Pledge for now. This is just fine hide armor. I might give you... The robes just look terrible. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Quick save. So he mentioned behind him? Oh, Den Expedition Hall.
A blade in the dark.
Ooh, loot! Okay, just making sure it went into the right inventory. Jeez! Oh, wait a minute. That's not on the map. Let's have a look. Because that means that maybe there's some more. Langdon, Dirty Rigbutt.
It's finished.
Just casually steal right in front of them. Right, everyone knows the plan? Up the wall and in the window, grab the jewel for the pretty little lord. We got it. Listen, dwarf, if I have to... Langdon, we have company. Greetings! The dwarf eyes you suspiciously and hides his pistol behind his back. You, looking for someone? Because this isn't the best. Langdon rounds on the dwarf. Idiot, they're probably with the Crucible Knights. You've made a grave mistake coming here, he raises his blade. Yeah, probably. You're gonna be a barbarian, aren't you? Oh, that's
What
on
is it?
me.
Yes? Hey.
Yes?
This probably could have gone better.
Lava. Beyond.
Oh, did you just immediately
What is
die? What the frick? Don't want them running through the patch of ice that I have.
As you wish.
So we just accidentally killed them. Although they started it. Oh, thank you for the money. Fine, rapier money. Thieves' letter. Our contact inside Raymond Manor will leave a second-story window ajar. He's confirmed the location of the heart of the White March in a hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head to Brackenbury before Lord Raymond moves the jewel. AD. Long jagged tears slice across the garden scene in this painting. A few bedrolls and spare tunics are bundled in the
I'll
corner.
see what I can find.
Zurica's grimoire. We'll give that to you. One day I'll look through the grimoires properly. Ooh, okay. A moonstone. Accidentally looted a thieves' guild. Oh, and murdered them all. They started it. It was self-defense. House Dominel. Oh god, there's so much to read. Muddy boot prints and splotches of ale stain the bed
There's
sheets.
something ahead.
It's a trap. Which means it's XP, because people don't give XP apparently. Oh, there's even more to this place. Dunrid Row. Okay. Muddy boot prints and splotches of ale stain the bed sheets. Why are the boot prints? Okay. So warm today.
Sagani, does your fox bite?
Yes,
Can I pet him anyway?
it's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
There is me. Does he bite? Yes. I'm still gonna pet him. Okay. Audan the Ingenious. The shields have been battered and scarred in long ago battles. Interesting. Refugis! Let's just quickly make a detour and probably end up killing this guy. Kitty! Oh, is there any... Oh, there is loot. Another grappling hook that I just bought. I'll have them for days, apparently. Addict, mercenary, addict. A couple of crude beds have been improvised from an assortment of tattered blankets and pillows. Dribbles of some dark liquid stain the fabric. Jesus, so many of them. Sveth. Sveth can be traced back to provisions in the Vylian republics where the markets for the plant in question enjoy rapidly rising demand. Most commonly chewed or inhaled, Sveth is infamous for the near catatonic state in which it often places its adherents. Those who use it claim that the drug gives them a sense of urgency and meaning, lost when the effect fades. More colourful accounts claim that the drug allows one to look within themselves and witness the sight of their own soul. Removes Sveth crash. Sveth crash after 600 seconds. Taking it. Probably won't use it. Apenisk. This book of Vylian love sonnets has a dedication on the first page to my beloved Kyra, who we just talked to. Someone has peeled the labels from these bottles. They're stuffed with a dark, gunky pulp that gives off a pungent odor.
It's finished.
Well, looks like they're not making any profit. Oh. The guard holds up a hand as you approach. You can turn right back around. The lower floor's all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Why not? Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there, that's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Sveth, you're not going to much care where you are anyway. Any chance you could look the other way? The guard narrows his eyes, then takes the money. Do like the view over this way, he turns around.
Hello? Hello?
Pots are crusted shut with some unidentifiable gunk. Oops. What's up here? Mercenaries that will attack me. Good. The Erosian calendar, which we've gotten before. The dozens. Oop. I mean, we are earning quite a pretty penny. We're over 20k now. Well, this is probably a bad idea, so let's do it. Hey guys.
Ah, thank you.
Yes.
Maybe going through the endless paths made things a little bit easier. Ooh, aw. Hey, a key. It appears as though someone rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. These jars are chipped and cracked as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. Idarian dialects. Okay. Ooh, you're the real Pernisk, I'm guessing. Oh. One side of the overturned vase is splotched with crimson. Someone has gathered sheets and towels into a makeshift bed. The rumpled fabric is stiff with blood and unwashed sweat. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises, and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Odds, please, please no more. I can't take any more. I'm not going to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Berath, you're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernisk. This is my house, you have to help me. Then who was downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nyrid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling theft inside my own house. He blinks. This would be a lot easier if you weren't trying to hide something. Pernisk looks away, unable to meet your gaze. You figured me out even faster than my supplier. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of his share, but I needed that money. Hi, Gucci. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard, Nyrid, the man downstairs. Pernisk shudders. To make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. Feels like it's been days. Drinking your coffee, slowly waking up. Yay! Becoming human. What do you need me to do? I can't go out there, not while he's downstairs. I've been tied up for the gods know how long. Please, you have to kill him. Sure, I'll do it, because he's bringing drugs to people. Bad drugs. Hey, I got XP. Pernisk lets out a sigh of relief. Oh, thank you. I'd help if I could, but in my state, I'd probably just slow you down and get killed. Please, be careful.
Hello.
Well, here I go,
Hello?
stabbing again. Let's get a good reward for this. The guard pointedly ignores you because I paid him. The problem is this setup. How much health do you have? 87.
Hoi!
Hi, FLC. Hoi! How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Wish I could see. Oh, I wish I could see his stats. But I can't exactly see its damage reductions and stuff. And defenses. He is less than ideal. Hmm. We do have an ad break about to start, and I'm going to wait. Before we do this, that's going to inevitably turn into a fight. Also, the music stopping is just so awkward. What happens if... Oh, no. Oh, I can set up. Ah, interesting.
Of course.
Hey.
Hey. You go there.
Yes?
Yes?
The loft actually needs to be up there. I need to be down
Ready,
here.
Watcher.
You might be able to tank a little bit better than other people. Maybe.
Fine.
I shall.
Of course.
What is it?
Following your lead.
This is so I can hit everyone with protection. And then we're going to quick save. And then we're going to have a sippy sip because it's far too warm. So quiet in the game right now. Oh, there's music. It clicked off. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I can't wait for work to be done today, because then I have a week off. Yay! Okay. Let's have it. Oh, Itumak can't talk to them.
What?
Fine. The man before you flashes a toothy, rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Panisk, and this, he gestures to the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. I do hope you're in here to do some business, he glances at the nearby guard. Seems like a lot of guards for one man. You must be popular. Panisk raises a brow. Sure, right, very perceptive. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele gets a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't, and lessons have to be taught. His face shivers with a quick, unreadable emotion. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up in all of that, of course. I keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the sveff. You're free to make use of the premises, so long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't get to tangling with the other customers now. Bernice claps his hands together. What can I get you? Found the man you tied up upstairs, the one also claiming to be Bernice. The toothy smile falters. That's so. He shakes his head. Shame you had to go digging around, friend, because now I can't exactly let you leave, can I? Was getting tired of pretending to be that sad sack anyhow. His mouth curves into a snarl. Guards! It's your funeral. I don't want to make arrangements. So, we do this, we
Well?
do this. I'll do the envenomed. You don't have any more of this crap. Do that. You can hit all of us.
Ready, Watcher.
Good job, Adir. You keep them there. Stop! Nyrid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up! Just leave and I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late! I like how I didn't have another option. It was just like, no, you're dead. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay, I need the rest of you to start focus firing. One thing I do not like about this spell, as good as it is you can't go through doors half the time. Basically, I want to get them off of Durance real quick. Oh, you teleported behind. Sneaky. Cleared. And you also teleported behind. Too sneaky.
What?
Fine, do this. You're almost dead, which is great.
Yes?
Let's even the odds, shall we? Oh my god, they wrecked him. Sweet. What was that? Oh, humans, the skeletons left. Okay, well, give the grimoire to you. That's it. I honestly expected more. This book of... Oh yeah, we did read it already. So all the guards came to attack. Did you come to attack? No. I hope I get my 100 copper from him. Damn it! How do we not get the copper
Nice
back?
and quiet.
We just murdered him. Did he quickly go and bank it? Okay. Hey, buddy. Is it done? Is he dead? He's already taken care of. Panisk stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You've no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kainra. Only, after whatever Nyrid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. She might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please, don't tell her about the Sveth, about what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. You could still get the discount now. Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Sveth, or me if she finds out. Kainra sent me here in the first place. She did? That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and tell her that everything is back to normal. I'll go talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kainra. Okay, we'll go talk, but no promises. We shall try. Hey, they all cleared out pretty quickly. Sveth must have ran off immediately. Or must have worn off immediately and they ran off. It was... Oh, she was in the Goose and Fox. I'm like, where was her house? We've just been in her house. Hey, Kainra. Kainra looks up at you as you approach. What happened with Panisk? Did you give him that ring? I'm being honest with her. Panisk was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Panisk also deals Sveth. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Panisk? My Panisk is a Sveth dealer? If I didn't know you for an honest woman... She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How can I trust him after something like this? That he'd lied to me for this long? She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Usually people who say they are being honest aren't honest. I mean, I am. Unless I'm DMing. But then I can lie. I'd never like lying to people about anything. I'll always be honest with them. Probably because of the tism. Right now, he needs help and forgiveness. Perhaps you're right, she sighs. If our positions were reversed, there's no question he'd give me another chance. Still, we've got a lot to work through. Oh, and take this. She unclasps something from her neck. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Oh, I gave back the ring. And I got a shitload of experience. Damn! Unwavering resolve. Sounds good. How much health XP you? Oh, we're not that far away. Only 2,911. Of intellect +2, of resolve +2. of intellect +2, so we can't exactly give it to you. Maybe I give it to you. Duration and areas of effect. Oh, maybe I give it to you. There's a lot of will, though. Why is your will in grey? Okay, now it's back. Hmm. Actually, it's a good time to test. Intelligence 18. Intelligence 18, so it just takes the best. Immune boost. Poison and disease. Well, he always complains about poison. I think I have to give this to you. Do you have anything else that's giving you intellect? You have an intellect of 15. 17. Basically, it increases his area of effect, which is pretty useful. I was also kind of thinking of giving it to Kana. Okay, quick save. I'm gonna go back to Panisk, see what, if anything has happened. Truth is a lie, honesty doesn't exist.
Adair, you have said you fought in the Saints' War, but for which side?
The one that blew up my god.
I didn't mean anything by it. I imagine a man with a head made of fire and light could be very convincing.
Funny thing about Dear Woodens. With all that fire and light, they just treated him like another authority figure.
Truth is a lie, honesty doesn't exist. But if truth is a lie, your statement is false. So, truth is truth? Honesty does exist? Hey, Panisk is back here. Hello again, I can't thank you enough. I have my Cainra back, and with her beside me, I'll be on the mend in no time. He smiles. Is there anything I can get you? With that discount like I promised? Let me see what you have. Oh look, it's Svef. Just Svef. No. Stay woke. Okay, we're gonna go to the expedition place next. Because it's close by. Oh, this is pretty grand. And also, hi Faded, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. It's like, I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Yes, I'm forgetting to greet people that come into the stream. I blame the weather, it's too warm. Braining.
This looks like the kind of place we could find allies. For a price.
Oh. Bandon Lear. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger. A smug grin etched on his face, he is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. Bine the Nimble. That just reminds me of Final Fantasy XI and Bine Bills. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bine's giant slayers run things around here and you'll be fine. Never heard of them. His eyes narrow. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there's a reason the giant slayers get the lion's share. Remember that. A voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Bine. You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Gwennon's right. That coin ain't going to collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin toward the door. See you around, pup. I'm gonna murder them at some point, hopefully.
I'll take a look.
As you wish.
I'll take a look at whatever's on this table to steal. Quick save. Books. Book of the Haunts. Excerpts from the Sermon of Struggle. The Dozens, which we've read before. Although I'm gonna... Oops! It's not stealing if no one catches you.
They won't see me coming.
they have, but... Okay, let's talk to Wennon.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
Looking for work.
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Tell me about the Dozens. Just me to lie. I probably could, if I'll see. Not to say you're a dishonest person. You just like the puns and winding people up. You'd be the first person I'd go to. Wennon's expression becomes serious, the timbre of his voice deepening. Good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Thought I recognized that face. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaires in the Deerwood, not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. At least they remember someone else's roots and pretend to be like them, he means. Your roots? The Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Deerwood's freedom 150 years ago, but we're the ones who've protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended with the Godhammer destroyed when the Godhammer destroyed Widewood at Evan Dew Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Widewood wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women. They walked out of Halgot Citadel and faced down a god, held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenary. We don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. If it's not Widewood, it's his damned legacy. It's the damn soul butchers in Brackenbury making things worse on all of us. Probably causing the whole thing, one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and that's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Deerwood once, we'll do it again. Wennon casually nods your way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. Sorry for the yawn. What else do you need? Farewell! No one's looking.
Yes.
Well, you're Osric.
It's finished.
Okay. Put some weight into that swing.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wennon. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
I like you. Although, he sizes you up, I do have something I need done. Something that requires... He glances sidelong at an adventurer flailing away helplessly at a dummy. Competence. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights was your choice.
You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea. What's this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Why don't you just ask for it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
I'll see what I can do.
Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind a fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
Got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Ondra's Gift right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunrid Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks are on me. Okay. So Ondra's Gift is the location that we need to go. Kind of like this is Copper Lane. Having his soul lineage read?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Sigani scratches the back of her neck. If generations of Massac's traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. Okay, tell me about the expedition hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. I found my home in this game. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wilds looking for ruins mostly. If they come back alive, they split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapons like this lot in front of me who might as well be digging their own graves right now. Okay, oh well. Dagger marks the locations of various Ingwithan ruins. Notes posted around the map. List bets on current expeditions. Looking for work? What else do you need?
Go see Osric.
I did.
He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Osric sent me to you. I was looking for an expedition. I have expeditions, but they're not for just anyone. We dozens help those of like-minded deed. How about you give Osric a hand first? Show us where you stand. I'm not going anywhere. Fine. Gotta do a quest. To unlock more. It's almost like it's a line. Hey, Sunil. Feel like lockpicking that in front of him is probably going to be bad. Let's do it.
It's finished.
Now it's stealing.
As you wish.
That's it. Fine.
Good day to you.
The woman looks up from polishing a dagger. Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? She raises an eyebrow. Or are you betting on one? Can I buy something? I'm afraid not. See, the dozens only do business with me so long as I only do business with them. And they're good customers. She jerks her thumb at the door. But if you get on Osric's good side, he could make an exception for you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Damn it. How long have you worked at Admeth's Den? She leans on the countertop and drums her fingers. Oh, a few years. I got in the minute the last merchant cleared out. She nods toward the main area of the hall. They've got new expeditions venturing out every week, so this is a great place to do business. And the dozens make loyal friends and loyal customers, so long as you stick by them. She taps the counter. The vendor who was here before me, they ran him out when he sold his best helms to a pair of crucible knights. I've been careful not to make the same mistake. Tell me about the expeditions. They're groups of adventurers that venture into the wilderness. More than a few of them try their luck scouring the ruins. Most of them come back empty-handed, if they come back at all. Betting on them is almost as risky as actually going. But that's how the expeditions get funded, and every once in a while one of the adventuring companies will strike it big and make a fortune on their backers. Farewell.
Laying low.
Feel like I shouldn't be allowed back here. But there's literally no one here to stop me. So,
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
sucks for them.
It's finished.
Geological map. This map marks areas of geological activity in the Deerwood and Airglan Fath. Of note is a description of a cavern where molten rock flows within a deep chasm. Great. Yes, I am a thief. I'm a rogue. Thank you for noticing.
It's finished.
They have terrible stuff, though. Okay, let's go do this quest. We did get a bunch of XP. Well, not that much, because it's now split 6 ways, I guess. Boo. Okay, where else do we need to go? Lumdala's house. World map. We need to go to the Hall of Mysteries. But I also want to check out any other doors that aren't on the map, seeing as though we found one. That might have just been because they were thieves. Okay, we'll go up here first. There is no door, there is a door. There's also loot. Lockpicks. Okay, let's go to Lumdala's house. This painting depicts the famous scene from The Light of Dawn in which the traveller and the ghost happen upon a starving man. This place feels empty. Well, it does now that I'm robbing it, but... Don't have the proper key. Okay. Like a werewolf in there or something? I'm only thinking that because it's night time. Scrivener's dormitory. We also need to just check this place out, like an amphitheater. Spilled tea, empty ink pots, and one detailed sketch of a fire-breathing old dwarf are all that remains of a long study session. Burst of summer flame. Torrent. Don't mind us. Just stealing everything of value. And probably everything not of value, because I'll find someone to sell it. Bailey construction complete. 5 upgrades in Stronghold. Complete at least 5 upgrades in the Stronghold. Cool. I do need to build something else. A bonus to stealth. Okay. I'm gonna take this, I think. The Warden's Lodge. It was either that or the dungeons. No, I'm taking the dungeons.
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Mushrooms! The sturdy bunks are topped with thin blankets and even thinner mattresses.
Hail and well met.
By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre, but why are you green and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? What are you talking about? Your ducks, your green skin. Should I speak louder, slower? Let me know. He beams at you and nods his head. You're a scrivener? He nods. Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books, I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie. Or perhaps it was sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Show me what you actually tell me about the dormitory. It's where the scriveners who work at the Hall of Revealed Mysteries sleep. I'm a scrivener. He sniffs. This place smells like old stockings. I should try to audition for an ebook reader. I have an okay voice. Thanks. I'm not one of those free ones. None of that. You mean the paid ones? Show me what you have for sale. I was like, they don't have icons?
I'll see what I can find.
These are all just nameless scriveners, I guess. That's counted as stealing. What if I go over here? Yay. It's filling up. A rancid stench rises from the basin. The dishes at the top of the pile are flecked with morsels of meat and cheese. Those at the bottom are coated in a slimy fuzz. Ew. Okay. Stealing seems very easy. As long as you have the stealth to be able to get to said items. Oh, I can't step off from this. Boo. Someone actually stole something from the hall? How'd they manage to do that? Whale only knows Grimda's looking for someone to blame, though, so stay clear of her for a few days. Wonder if that's the thieves that I've just killed.
I
I
could while away
out-thieved them.
hours in here. If we had the time, of course. Do we?
Oh, he's so cute. Bexa, welcome to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries.
Gods keep you.
The woman barely glances up from the tomes on the table as you approach. You're welcome to browse the stacks, but mind that you keep your voice down. This is still a temple after all, and Grimda doesn't tolerate disorder. Who's Grimda? Fexa speaks reverently. Why, she's the High Archivist. She's one of the most accomplished scholars alive today. Nothing goes on here without her knowing about it. Almost nothing, anyway. She scratches behind her ear. You should probably tread lightly around her today. Anything else? This is a temple. It looks like a library. Her eyes grow wide and round. That's because it is. Whale is the god of mysteries and answers, encryption and decryption, concealment and revelation. She raises her hands to the rows of shelves. Its guidance comes from the understanding of the unknown and the protection of hidden knowledge. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries was built to celebrate that. To think there's such a place in the Deerwood. Incredible. I'd love a glimpse of the archives. How many secrets must sit upon these shelves? Fascinating. Isn't it? Temples dedicated to Whale tend to hold vast stores of knowledge. We use that knowledge to unravel and preserve the mysteries of the world. Tell me about yourself. She throws her broad shoulders back. I am a scrivener and a devotee of Whale. It's my duty to look after our records and resources. Her chest swells with pride. Bye.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark
The
places.
books on these shelves cover a history of mythology of Old Valia. Symbols on these pages writhe and shift. They're dizzying to look at. Ugh. Records of books borrowed and returned fill the cubbyholes. Book of the Hunt. Oh, part 1. Midwife's Memoirs. Part 2. These titles all refer to Glanfathan mathematics and advanced geometry.
Of course.
I will steal. Hopefully. Come on. Uh-oh. He's too close. Can't steal them. Boo. Boo, I say, boo. The Travels of Errol of Levy, 2662 to 2680 something. Bow, 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 bow. 10 Years of Dawn. Adia Customs. Boop. Hi, Entropic. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not too sleepy. No entry into the archives without Grimdar's permission. Guessing it's locked. I want to pick it. Final Journal of Jonas, or Jonas. Missives of the Hand of Occult. Saints Wall. Affirmations of Focus and Efficiency. It told me how to steal well. Elder Archives. Okay.
As you wish.
Okay, there we go. Can I make it here? Sure can. The Many Faces of Berath. Saints War Part 2. Invasion. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You Grimdark? No. You're probably Grimdark because you're talking. You just got the coffee, you woke up 20 minutes ago, brain not functioning. I woke up like 3 hours ago, brain still not functioning. Hey, Grimdark. Impossibly, this painted eye seems to move whenever you turn your back. Wait. Can I
What is
steal
it?
through the wall? No, I can't. Boo! Boo, I'd say. Boo, Burns. Okay.
Good day to you.
An elderly dwarf surveys the stacks. Her skin looks as tough and wrinkled as a walnut. Despite her stature, she manages to look down her nose at you. Her stature. You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and scriveners continue their search. She shoots the nearest robed figure a withering glare. You wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. What are they looking for? Maybe I could find it. Hey, it's because I've been honest. She sizes you up, stroking her chin. And I could trust you to bring it back, I suppose. She scowls at the robed priests again. You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot anyway. Thieves made off with an ancient scroll of Whale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which should remain hidden. A secret of the 100 Visions. Her wiry eyebrows arch over her spectacles. The guards caught one of them, but were overzealous in their interrogation. Okay. All they could piece together was something about a farmhouse and the road to Deerford. Track the thieves down. I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Whale rewards the persistent seeker, and so do I. An ancient scroll of Whale is a fine prize, a worthy task. What else do you need? Tell me about yourself. I am the High Archivist of Hall of Revealed Mysteries. She coughs loudly into her fist. I am too old and too busy to be bothered with inane questions. Even just one or two? Kana sighs. I'd like to know more about Whale. Her smile reveals a row of crooked teeth. That's the rub, isn't it? Whale is the god of things hidden and revealed. The more of the 100 visions one sees, the more one has yet to discover. Though we often call Whale he who sees and is not seen, it is neither male nor female. To assign any definitive characteristic to Whale is to miss another essential part of its divinity. The 100 visions? A term of reverence for Whale's many revelations. Despite the name, they're infinite. Each epiphany leads to yet another enigma. And I thought I was busy. I had questions about the missing scroll. Ask. It seems odd that a few burglars managed to steal from a place like this. Some secrets Whale keeps even from us. Tell me what you know about the thieves. Very little, except they were foolish to believe they could steal from the God of Secrets. That and they were fleeing to a farmhouse. How should I handle the thieves? However you can. Kill them, rob them, leave them. It makes no difference to me. I'll kill them, rob them of all their possessions because they won't be alive to claim ownership of them. Then I'll leave them. It makes no difference to me. She waves her hand and smiles grimly. I'll consider it one of Whale's mysteries. So special about this scroll. Whale is the god of secrets. If I told you that, I'd cheapen it, wouldn't I? She cackles. It's a parable, the kind that nourishes the inquisitive mind and poisons the foolish. Okay, let's talk about something else. What else do you need? Farewell, bye-bye. The Parable of Whale.
How's the hand?
Turning purple. I'd have to cut it off.
I warned you not to pet him.
If I'm not supposed to pet him, why is he so soft?
Right?
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
Okay, just gonna go down here. Oh. No, this is a different bridge. Okay. We have to check everywhere for things and stuff and things. Potentially doors. Oh, can we just walk through here? We can. Great. Oh, what's this? Catacombs. Skinflint. What a name. What is in the catacombs? Hopefully we don't get lost. That's probably not a good sign. Viscous, foul-smelling sludge ebbs in the trench. As you approach the dead man, you can feel the faint traces of his soul lingering, a stunned uncertainty holding it in place. When you near, without warning, the soul hurries toward you, as though you were a solitary light in the dank gloom of this place, come to usher it away. Its essence invades your consciousness. You are in a different body now, walking deeper into the catacombs. Cloaked in a dark robe and a mask pulled over your face, you're following a familiar path along the canal, heading to a room built around a statue of a figure wearing a robe much like yours. Others await, clothed in hoods and shadows. Ahead is another figure dressed like you, traveling in the same direction. You don't know his name, and that's how it's supposed to be. Out of the darkness, something monstrous grabs the other figure. You turn to flee, but find yourself face to face with a troll. The panic pounding through your brain is interrupted by razor-edged teeth and claws. You snap yourself out of the dead man's memory. The corpse lies on the damp and grimy ground. His hood and mask are missing, and his clothes are shredded. Sagani draws up next to you. You all right? Look almost like you'd lost your footing for a minute. Feels like that way when I see into the ether. She watches you quietly. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people is born with the ability to speak to souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or a lone set of tracks in the snow. She cocks her head. I would have thought my journey would be easier if I could see what you see, but looking at you, I'm not so sure. Neither am I. Believe it or not, I once would have rejoiced to know that I'd be picked to travel far in search of something great, but even these gifts come with a cost, don't they? Forgive me if I was a little skeptical of your abilities before. I can't say I've met a real watcher before. Oh, don't worry about her. She just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer her up, so I just let her. Once you've seen it a few times, the shock wears off. Every time she goes a little strange in the face, I try to see if I can hear anything. Kinda grins. Hasn't worked so far. See if you can get her to tell you what the spirits said. I love how they're just like, yep, this is normal for us.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
So there's trolls
Not
around.
very.
And oozes. We've fought oozes before. I don't think they're going to be too much of a problem now. He would move. Oh, you did hit them still. Nice.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Who's that a dirty word? No.
No prisoners!
Also, hi, Cerno. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. There was no... Couldn't use the word ooze. There'd be no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
As you wish.
I love how they have... These have got to all be backers. Oh, that's a shitload of money. It's like more than 500 gold. I think. Maybe. Maybe just under, actually. Oh, there's a troll. Run. I'm glad you're quick. Yay.
Ready, Watcher.
That's not very helpful. Artifact worth and rock! How may I help?
Blast!
Following your lead.
Actually, just all of this lot, take out the troll.
Dead on!
That's it!
Bring them down!
This is, I'm going to say, much easier with 6 party members. I just wish you could hold aggro. And we have an ad break, so I will wait. In fact, it's too warm. I'm going to go and get an ice cream. I'll be right back. Ooh. Whoop. Ice cream almost done. So the troll came from over here.
A blade in the dark.
Let's go look. Okay, nothing. Spawlings. We've fought these before. I wonder if there's the big ones, no? Oh, this is just far too tempting. Burn. The trolls really can't get to us.
Kill them all!
Hey,
Oh, there's another troll. Okay.
That's it!
to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
You're not dying of poison. Stop being so dramatic.
Kill them all!
These stairs are really awkward for these trolls.
Dead on! So much for you.
And then they just randomly start walking up. It's like, what?
Bring them down!
Okay, let's start using abilities, because a lot... You might be able to hit them all.
Dead on!
Yeah, you hit them all. Neat.
You.
That's it!
So much for you.
Sacre blue!
Do wounding.
Selmes metu.
I might get sneak attack on it.
Dead on!
You. Oh,
What is it? Dead on!
Am I getting sneak attack?
Dead on!
No, I'm not getting sneak attack. I interrupted it. Damn. Okay, that was easy. Because this choke point was weird for them.
Laying low.
I see something.
Loot! Give it to me. And opal. Oh, now we have the awkward ones. This would have made things so much worse.
Selmes metu.
Because it loves to confuse. Unless we just kill it immediately. No
A blade in
loot.
the dark.
Rude.
Selmes.
You just crit for 52. God damn.
And what does the flame reveal?
Loot. A Wodica hood. Anything? Any secrets? No? Boo. Oh, I never checked the skeleton, did I? Bones. Yay. 70 silver. Yay!
Dead on!
Selmes metu.
Any secrets over here? Nope. Boo. Feel like this is the wrong side of things to be on, but could be good. Okay, let's go back to there. Because this seems like a decently large room. And there might be good stuff. So,
Where there's a pick, there's
and
a
I
way.
have to pick the lock. Oh, hi!
Faith, sail,
Goodbye, skeletal wizard. Get wrecked, scrub.
may to.
Ow!
So much for you.
We can't get through the door, me. There we go.
That's it!
Quick save.
Faith, sailness, may to.
So much for you. Dead on.
I mean, I guess these are catacombs. There would be skeletons down here. Ooh, there's more loot. Ooh, just fine scale armor. Okay. Carrying on. There's another room with fire in it, apparently. Quick save, open the door. Eorn. This small Orlan man appears to have pulled together some crates and scraps of cloth to make a rather sorry-looking little camp. The thick fur on his limbs is matted, and his clothing smeared with blackening grime. He looks startled as you enter, his eyes widening in alarm.
Good day, stranger.
He doesn't sound alarmed. After a moment, however, he smiles weakly. Hello there. Wasn't expecting any visitors down here in these parts. He glances around the dim room. What are you doing down here? I've been a little down on my luck lately. Didn't have anywhere to stay, so I thought I'd come down here. Nobody pokes around in the catacombs much. Not until you, anyway. Really? Because the catacombs seem more like a place to go when you want to disappear. Eon looks around the dingy chamber and nods slowly, expression pained. Yeah, I guess that's plain enough to see. Eon sighs heavily. Very well, it's true. I've been hiding from the knights down here. But it isn't what you think. He ducks his head. It was an accident. It's been hard for me here in Defiance Bay. I suppose I thought if I got involved in city business, if I made the right friends, it would get easier in time. And it did, really. I made a name for myself, a place, people actually listen to me when I talk. Well, they used to. People can get very passionate about these things. We were discussing, I think it was shipping agreements. Of all things to fight over. But this one night, this man, he got very angry. I think maybe he'd had a little too much at the inn. Eon pauses. And I guess he didn't like them all and talking back at him. I struck him. He came towards me and I hit him. And he went over like a tree. I guess he struck his head on the way down. Eon lowers his gaze and shrugs helplessly. Turns out he was a knight. The Crucible Knights won't care how it happened. They just want me gone. They won't let me live long enough to see the rope. Please. He looks at you with a pleading expression. I just want to get out of this city. The second I can get money for passage, I won't trouble anyone again, I swear it. I'll live quietly. But you can't, please, you can't tell them I'm here. Here, this should be enough to buy your passage out of Defiance Bay. Eon stares at you in disbelief. But this is... I cannot possibly. His face twists as he struggles for words. This would see me out of the city and well away. This will save me. I'm not sure I could ever thank you enough, but here, take this. I hope it's some use to you on your journey. You have my lasting gratitude, friend. I should get ready. Rabbit fur gloves, okay. And he's gone. Unwanted. What do you do? Of crit multiplier bonus. Yeah. Really want the dexterity though. I guess I'll make your actions quicker. The wobbly little tent is barely standing. He left stuff as well. The queen that was and still is. Mine. He even left his sword. A smouldering fire is strewn with the meagre remains of a recent meal. Fish bones, a moulded rind of cheese, and a blackened bread crust. Camping supplies. I already have enough. Maybe I should camp. Damage reduction 2? Because you have survival. I think I'm going to give you Primordial right now. Unless it gave it to your animal companion, then it would be good. Take them. Quick save. And this should have like 1 day, 7 hours. Gotcha. Feel like there should be more traps down here. Maybe they're on the other side. These are primordials, yeah. These have insane range.
That's it.
It's like, hey, let's hit Durance. How hard is she hitting now? 9 piercing. Not really that hard. Okay, I'm gonna go up the rest of this side though. Then we might just make our way down the way that it was. Go over the bridge again. Before I accidentally go over here, go up here, and then get ambushed from behind by a patrol. But what is up the stairs? So many backers. And a trap. Perfect. I like loot and XP. What are you? Stalker's Talk. Stalker's Loot. Only usable by ranger. Plus 20% stalker's link damage. What does stalker's link do? Here we go. Plus 10 accuracy when attacking the same target as the animal companion. Okay. Well, goodbye, cloak of deflection. Hello, talk. Whoop. So much money.
There's something
I'm
ahead.
gonna say any traps. Fine mail armor. You're definitely not wearing that robe. Okay. We did see an ooze up there. All on its own.
Dead on.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Turquoise. Ooze. Itumaki's hitting hard. Wasn't even a crit either.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is...
Not very quiet.
That's it!
They just love to attack dragons.
As you wish.
Hmm. Any traps? No, but probably a way down. Temple of Boudica, okay. Money. So if that's the temple, what is this way? Skeletons!
Still alive? I need something sharper.
So, thinking about this, the way that I've played this playthrough so far, if I did Path of the Damned, I probably wouldn't have gotten past the endless paths going down to level 5 by accident.
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
Where are you, Olaf?
How
You're
may
on
I
this
help?
side. Okay, you go there. Fireball.
Architect worth and rock!
Hey,
You are
Following
kind
your
of
lead.
getting rocked, my dude.
Well. Ready, Watcher. Dead on!
Don't think this guy attacked at all.
As you wish. Ready, Watcher.
Okay,
Of course.
give me the loot. Rite of Walking Shadows. Why do you look like the thief icon? +3 stealth for 2 minutes. It's an AoE.
I see something.
I'm gonna say, I felt like there would be traps here. Why he's dead.
There's something ahead.
Gotta be one more, right? Maybe not. These can be talked to. Helig of Thane. A lone figure in tattered robes shuffles across the chamber, muttering under its breath. As you approach, the figure halts and swivels its head toward you. Its haggard visage is a labyrinth of wrinkles and sores overgrown by a moss-like beard. What's this? Who disturbs Helig's work? Its voice rattles and gurgles like that of a drowning man. Okay. What are those creatures behind you? Just a few personal projects. Sorry, souls stuck in their mortal shells. Their flesh is as dead as mine, though their minds are not as well maintained. They flock to me like worms to drakes. They're not half as intelligent, but... He watches as one stumbles into a desk. They serve for amusement. If there's nothing else, be on your way. What are you doing down here? Research, a hodgepodge of animancy and necromancy. I have peace and quiet as well as an abundant supply of subjects. I was just exploring the catacombs. The figure aims a gnarled finger at the door. Then go, and thank your gods I'm not hungry. Okay. This isn't counted as stealing. The scattered, feverish notes detail various animantic procedures and rites of necromancy. This creature appears to have suffered horrific burns. Its skin is blackened and its limbs have melted and fused. It plods stubbornly across the room. Hello? The creature does not seem to register your words. Leave the creature be. A grim assortment of rusty blades adorns this table.
keeping an eye out.
Any more traps? Figured as much.
It's finished. It's finished.
A gun! Wow, a gun! Okay. Did not expect that. Let's go to the Temple of Wodica. See what trouble I can get into. Ooh. Oh, this guy. In front of you looms the ghostly hollow image of the man who was present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Kratom, my dear?
His words are an echo in your mind from a time long past, and you know your response before you speak it, as if it has always been. Came to live there years ago.
A remarkable city. Truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kratom. What made you decide to join our order?
I'm honestly not sure.
As long as you are assured in your faith, the rest is not so important. Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am.
I'm on the trail.
Afmak. What is this way? Seems as though there are guards that way. This feels like a
I
door
see
I can
something.
open. Found hidden object. Yeah. Can I just... There's something interactable that I found. I could literally just walk through it. Maybe?
Hi?
How did I get through?
Please help me here!
How the freak did I get... Can I get through there? I know I clicked on something. Oh, really? Hang on.
Of course.
You are from... Are you...
I'm on the trail.
It said I spotted a hidden item. Speed up. But it doesn't highlight what said hidden item was. And Kana got pushed through somehow.
There's something ahead.
I'm so confused now it opened. And somehow Kana didn't walk over that. 240 XP. Damn.
It's finished.
Movement rate bonus. I mean, I have a spare ring slot on you, so sure. Oh, it's a belt. God damn it. Who would I even want to put this on? Guess I'm gonna wear it. Screw it. You think you hear the faint sound of whispering coming from the skulls, but the words are unintelligible. Okay. Hi, buddy. Hi, Jovial. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. The mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't look like one of that masked lot. Perhaps you should look the other way. He scratches his sweaty palm. What goes on in there ain't none of my business. My men'll leave you be, but I can't make promises about those masked kith in the back. He grabs your proffered money and looks away. You're on your own, all right? I didn't see you, and I don't know you. Any idea what's going on around here? Word of advice, friend. Don't ask questions. Just go and do what you're told. Hot, yeah. Hot everywhere. It's already 28 degrees C at 8:38. Damn. What is it here now? Let me check my phone. Wait, it's apparently raining. 1 second, I want to check. It was trying to rain by the looks of it. Yeah, yesterday it was 29 degrees C when I went to work for 5 p.m. 3 hours later, it had dropped to 28 at 8 p.m. It was so stupid. Farewell. Supposed to hit 40. Damn. I should be sneaking. Did you all see? I think Katie posted it because it was Portugal and Spain. What they were expecting. It's like, oh, they're in hell,
I see
surrounded
something.
by a sea of lava. Loot. Ooh. Fine.
I'm not going
rock.
anywhere like this.
You have a fine wand. Yeah, let's give you that and throw this in there. Extreme heat warning on the weather service. Yeah. It's just going to be everywhere is warm. What are these? Binding copper primal rock. It's not stealing. So I can take it. Aloth falters and brings a hand to his forehead. He takes a staggering step forward, coughing and sputtering.
Back, ye clod! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted!
Probably not, but that's no reason to be rude. Kanna glances over at Aloth and frowns. Aloth, are you unwell? He grimaces, catching his breath. It's nothing, I'm fine. He coughs again. This probably isn't the best place to linger, anyhow. And then we get the creepy music. Yay! Probably should have gone this way first. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Retreat from it for now. Okay. Literally just moved my character. Ding, ding. No, I probably shouldn't need to. Ooh, oh, I thought that might have been a merchant. Instead, it was a mercenary. Boo. I want to see what's available before I buy anything. Like the deeds of my tongue and... Oh, that's not it. What?
Hello.
A lone figure paces back and forth, tapping his fingers at his sides, muttering to himself. He jumps when he sees you, his hands on his chest. By the flame, you startled me. He pauses and leans forward. Where's your mask? Too itchy, I'll put it back on for the meeting. Well, don't let anyone inside see you without it. They're keen on anonymity. Tell me about the meeting. This must be your first time. The Acolyte communicates with each of us individually to hear of our progress on old tasks and to assign us new ones. He shivers with a mixture of pleasure and dread. It's a unique process. She's a cipher, so she can speak to you without words. Fascinating until you realize she could probably read your thoughts just as easily. What do you know about these tasks? He laughs nervously. Only what I absolutely need to. We protect the secrets of the gods, so discretion is essential. He waves a hand between the two of you. We receive our instructions from the Acolyte, just as she receives hers from someone else, and so on, right up to the Grand Master. Our role is to obey, knowing as little about the overall plan, and each other, as possible. Tell me about these secrets. He jumps back. You shouldn't even be asking. Whatever they are, they're secrets for a reason. Our job is to guard them, not to know them. How can you be so confident you're doing the right thing when you know so little? He snorts. That's easy. The leaden key has been around for ages by the blessing of the gods. You only have to look around to see the perils of trying to usurp divine power. Killing a god in the Saints' War has cursed us all, and the heresy of animancy has only worsened matters. Try to replace a soul and you inevitably end up with a monster. It's all been a warning. There are some powers we just shouldn't have. I see. We've been entrusted with important work. It's an honor, but not without its challenges. You need something else? I'll be ready for the initiates' meeting soon, honest. What are you doing here? He resumes his pacing. I've been practicing the passphrases. I know them backwards and forwards, but I get so nervous every time I think about repeating them to the Acolyte. He wrings his hands. You can practice on me. Okay. He ushers in a deep breath and with fluttering hands. Here goes. First question. State your name and purpose. Answer. My name belongs to the gods and my hand to their service. I feel like I should be recording this. Un momento. God, it feels like blueprints all over again. Second question. What company do you seek? Answer. I seek the company of shadows, that our labors may remain secret. Third question. Tell me of your labors. Let me take a picture. See that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried. Fourth question. How do we know your purpose? Answer. You shall know it by the confession of my tongue, the deeds of my hand, and the oath on my soul. Riddles upon riddles. What bones the gods have buried? It's very dramatic, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry, please continue. Fifth question. And how is your oath guarded? Answer. It is sealed by the leaden key. He sighs with a nervous chuckle. That wasn't so hard. Sounds like you've got it. I do, I think. He bites his lip. I'm just going to practice a few more times by myself before the meeting. Goodbye. As I steal from you.
It's finished.
And he does nothing about it. A book lies on the table, its pages filled with some kind of unintelligible cryptography. Well, we only have one more place to go, and that is that door. So let's go. Creepy music, thank you. Oh, I just noticed something. Two things, actually.
The dozens. Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Then there'd be less of them.
Why do they call themselves the Dozens? Was 12 dear Woodens stood outside Halget's citadel waiting for Waidwin to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him there long enough for the Godhammer to detonate. So that's what they did. Godhammer? That's what they called the bomb they blew up Waidwin with. Don't know much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god, guess you gotta name it. What do you have against the Dozens? Ah, nothing serious, nothing I don't have against a lot of folks anyway. The Dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. Gets ugly sometimes. We don't have 'em in Gilded Vale, but they'd be right at home there. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted and feel like it was right. Got nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. They like to invoke Magrin too, and they especially want to feel right. Somehow I don't think she'd be too impressed with that lot. I'm sure she'd like to set 'em on fire any time they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. Too bad I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. Proof that the gods are just. What I wouldn't give for a little of that. Let's continue. Good idea. And Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following at her heels, and takes a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
Sounds like you've been gone from home for a long time.
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimok.
Oh, hearing its name, the fox looks up. What an adventure.
It certainly started out that way. It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
Why do you have to find Persok?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Ilitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnak Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persak died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
I'm sure your village still remembers you, Sagani. You're kind to say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted in the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
Of course they do, they must. I would like to believe it, and yet sometimes days go by and I realize that they have not crossed my thoughts. Such days are rare, but they happen. She looks away, tugging at the strap of her quiver. It shames me to think of it, but more than that, it scares me.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persak will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
No, not clearly. I figured most people don't anyway. I suppose that's why I'm supposed to remind Persok of what he left behind in our village. What would you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Sumak brushes against her hip, and she scratches his head. Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunts say we've had fewer clashes with neighboring villages thanks to the hunting territories that Persok helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Persok brokered a lot of those agreements too. She holds up the bear figurine. He got this from one of the Amur ships that used to trade with us. Sounds like Persok did a lot for your people.
That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
Sounds like you're on a hunt of your own, though. You feeling the thrill of the chase, or ready for this to be over? I enjoy the adventure. Every day brings something new. Refreshing, indeed. She rises and stretches, looking around. We've got darkness on our side. Shall we move on? I'd like to talk some more. So much! Also, hi, Chiffy. How are you today? Oh, no sound. Hi, Chiffy. You're out for the next 2 hours. Wanted to come say hi. Have a good time wherever you are. So much to talk about, but let's move on for now. I can talk to them later. Maybe. Maybe.
I'm here.
Oh, I can talk. Good. Quick save.
I'll take a look.
Don the hood and mask. You pull the hood and mask over your head. They're uncomfortable, but they seem to hide your face. Oh, do I go in alone? I'm going to go in alone. You open the door and stride into the chamber. This is probably a mistake. Shrouded woman. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hand on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communion as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. The woman turns toward you. You are late, attendant. Even though her face is concealed, you sense her rage in her dangerously low voice and in the sudden silence of the others in the chamber.
I've been waiting on your reports. Quickly now, state your name and purpose.
But distinctively, none of your business. Maybe later. My name belongs to the gods and my hand to their service.
What company do you seek?
I seek the company of shadows that our labors may remain secret.
Tell me of your labors.
To see that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried.
How do we know your purpose?
You shall know it by the confession of my tongue, the deeds of my hand, and the oath on my soul.
And how is your oath guarded?
It is sealed by the leaden key.
Welcome, attendant. Tell me of your exploits.
In your mind, you see a building, magnificent with trellises and tiles and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin.
Does he wait still?
Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. The acolyte's question echoes in your mind. Does he wait still? Ooh. Yes.
Did they arrive?
The acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay and to a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads Deerford. Several figures huddle together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruins suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in the mountainside. Did they arrive? It's uncertain.
Your information shall be relayed. Now, for your next task.
The ruins fade from your mind, and in their place is a palimpsest of a neighborhood. Run-down estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him.
Stop him. And above all, don't let him meet her.
You see a woman deathly pale with a scar over her heart. The acolyte shows you a door at the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper, but then she shows you the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert a command into action. The command comes to your mind, a surprisingly familiarity about it. You know how to open the door. I shall. Her hand rests lightly on your head. Have you any questions, attendant? What is this place? This is what remains of the Temple of Boudica. The acolyte shows you a grand structure surrounded by the faithful. The fires of revolution destroyed everything above us and left the remains abandoned. Perfect for our own purposes. Who are you? I am the acolyte. That is all you need to know. Show me the prison. In your mind you see a building. Oh yeah. Farewell. You seem fine with me hanging around. Find the place of misery and madness. Whether by design or by consequence of the sputtering candlelight, the hooded statue's face is almost impossible to see. Devotees have placed assorted keys, their teeth filed away among the runnels of wax. Well, there's nothing stopping me from looting. But we do have an ad break, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to quick save, and I'm going to quickly use the toilet because I need to pee. I will be right back. Whoop. Okay, here we go. First we loot. Ooh. Talk of Defiance. Oh, shit. Only usable by Ranger. Son of a bitch. Oh, this would have been perfect for a deer. Damn it. Okay, we're going to quick save because I'm going to pull this lever. Let me just go up there. Okay. Where am I ending up? The steward of Kaidnua has received a letter for you. Durgan's Battery. The Morning Circle added, the quest expires in 2 days. Oh, is this because I completed? No? Rewards, 15% experience, morning gloves, 150 to 300 copper in treasure, expires in 1 day, 22 hours, duration 2 turns. A secret society of animancers has been travelling around the Eastern Reach promising to restore life to lost loved ones. They perform their rituals at clandestine meetings in various cities, never staying in one place for more than a few days. Though some spark of life appears to be restored to the bodies they revive, authorities suspect the group is behind abductions, murders, vivisections, and other ghastly practices that appear to be required by their methods. Great. To make matters worse, those restored to life rapidly decompose or go mad within days of their resurrection. Concerned animancers and various civic authorities are seeking help in tracking down those responsible. I have no one to assign this to. Damn it! There's a ghost.
Come to pay your respects to the queen that was.
Who are you?
Lord Ardwellen Rugfold III, and pleased to make your acquaintance. I came to the Deerwood on one of the first ships from Adia, and unlike the yokels and hut dwellers around here, I still keep to the old ways.
It's truly a pity to see what the locals have done to Wodika's house of worship. What are you doing?
Worshipping Wodika, the exiled queen and oathbinder. I come every day to offer my devotion. I'd love nothing more than to book passage back to Adia, but it is my Emperor's wish that I serve in these barbaric lands. And so I do.
I'd like to know more about Wodika.
A queen among the gods. She oversees laws and oaths. Everything has a rightful place, and Wodika watches over them all. Of course, not everyone accepts this. Even among the other gods, her authority is questioned. But Wodika is also goddess of memory and vengeance, and she remembers. She'll remember every slight and trespass when she reclaims her throne.
You know that you're a ghost, right?
I beg your pardon? Is this some sort of joke where you come from?
I'm serious, just look at yourself.
A madhouse. That's what this town really needs.
Goodbye. Okay.
A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
Okay. Time for a laugh.
Yes?
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
Tell me now. He clasps his hands together, slowly massaging a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That when we resolved the matter of your soul, we would also address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They are watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Just like depression. Depression is only as strong as you are, but that's the problem. Depression is as strong as you are. Tell me about Isilmir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen. Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
He grimaces, running his hands through his hair. I have none of her memories. Bereth spared me that much. But her coarse manners and intolerable hill speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. She tends to surface a hair's breadth from conflict, when the fuse is burned down and teeth are on edge, and when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge a situation. She just acts. She seems reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she goaded those villagers in Gilded Vale? She doesn't think and she doesn't back down. And trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Why didn't you say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although...
He lowers his voice and clasps his hands behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we'll go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Time to get moving. Two-sided. Weeds grow thick and full, untroubled by the passage of kith. So basically we could have found this temple anyway. Where are we now? First fires. There's not a lot of places to actually go. We need to go to Odred's Gift. The Ducal Palace. I wonder if those are the trestles. Okay. I want to look around at least. Justicias. I'm always going to be looking for loot. Crucible Keep. Okay, so we do need to go in here. So we will. So we need to get some armor from here. Oh, what was his name? Also, how many quests do I have now? Awesome, we have so many. Osric, yeah. Wait, it was Osric and from Penhelm.
Hail, traveler.
Aldmar gives you an appraising eye. Judging by the scars on his face, he's lucky to be able to do that much. Every day we get more from the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. Keeps us busy on the watch, it does. You look like you recently arrived yourself. Who are you? A soldier of the Crucible Knights and proud of it. I help keep everything running at the keep so that Commander Cliver can focus on more important matters. Looking for something or just knocking the dirt off your boots? What goes on in Crucible Keep? This is the headquarters of the Crucible Knights, so it's where we store arms and armor as well as where many of our soldiers bunk. Commander Cliver's in the back, making plans as usual. He scratches a scarred cheek. You'll find the forge at the west end of the building along with our master smith, Dunstan. There's also a shrine to the golem, if you're the praying type. Tell me about the Crucible Knights. We're the defenders of Defiance Bay. We're not exactly a formal knighthood. Don't tell Commander Cliver I said that. He grins. We were the first organised militia to oppose Adiran rule, and today we're the largest force in the city. Our soldiers undergo years of combat training, and our officers are required to have their souls read by that critter out in Dunrid Row. Is this about Dunrid Row? Just a requirement of the Crucible Knights, so the higher-ups know there's nothing messy built in your soul's past? Aldmar widens his stance. Keeping the ranks pure is fine by me, I just wish they were more careful in hiring their ciphers. Spit it out. He shifts his weight and glances at the empty halls. They're mostly Orlans. I'm sure they're talented enough, but you just can't trust them. Hostility's in their nature, and they've learned to hide it over the years. He frowns and crosses his arms. All I'm saying is they should at least be supervised by other folk. That's reasonable enough, isn't it? If people treated them better, you wouldn't have to worry about them being so hostile. Aldmar shrugs. I'm just speaking the truth. Nowadays, it seems that's the biggest crime of all. That's all.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
So I want to go west because there's a smith. No camping supplies. But there's no one here. That feels like a doorway. Because it's reset. Well, it's abscessed. Oh, here's the smith.
It's finished.
Oops. I did a steals. Novitiate. Just to see that. Dunstan. Let's have a look. Tongs, hardies, hammers, fullers, and punch tools hang from the wall. They feel heavy and sturdy, but their flame-darkened surfaces testify to frequent use. Tongues of flame lick at the forge, hissing with smoke as hot as a dragon's breath. Hey,
If this is
buddy.
about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
Cleaver, okay. Showing the pieces of the blade of the Endless Paths, found several fragments of an ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it? Dunstan gives a low whistle. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks Adiran, special made. Must have been a commission for a champion of some sort. He hands the shard back to you. A sword of this caliber would have had a specially designed hilt too. It would be a shame to graft anything else onto it, and besides, it'll balance best with all the original pieces. You find the rest of it, and I'll forge it for you. Something else on your mind? What do you do here?
I'm a forge master. I'm a master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected, but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
Tell me about the knights.
We were all smiths back in Hodrick's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
He thinks himself a progressive man, but he's obsessed with soul lineages and connections to the Deerwoods heroes of old. He picks up his hammer again. Other than Dunrid Row, who really knows about any of that, though? Oh, guess I can't buy anything.
Laying low.
Oh, but then again, this is part of the forge. Maybe there's a... Oh god, there's Penhelm. The blades are razor sharp. Quick save!
Hail, traveler.
The young novitiate's armour is recently shined and his hair is clean and neatly combed. It's hard to believe he's ever seen battle, or that the scarred antique breastplate he wears could possibly be his. Are you looking for something? How does someone become a knight? We don't take just anyone. Our members share soul legacies with the very men and women who defended this land a century and a half ago. He shifts his weight and coughs. Anyhow, Commander Cleaver is responsible for initiations, but he rarely accepts foreigners. Was there anything else? Tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. We're the primary defenders of Defiance Bay. The Order's founders were the first to rally for Deerwood's independence. He waves his hand. Of course, that's ancient history now. Now we're the most prestigious company of soldiers in the Deerwood. It's a glorious line of work. He scrunches up his nose. If you could forget about the barracks, that is. Does the name Osric sound familiar? He sniffs. If you've got any self-respect, you won't associate with him, or with any of his new friends at the Expedition Hall, for that matter. Scamps and delinquents, the lot of them. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It was. He looks down and admires it. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine, and it's not for sale, if that's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. What's the story between you two? Osric has always held some controversial opinions, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. He frowns and crosses his arms. He finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble a dear nobility. He rubs a spot on his bracer with a silk handkerchief. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported his statements. That history made the Knights what they are now. You can't just cast it aside. What good comes of this sentimentality? We've outgrown that past. He waves a shining gauntlet. Sometimes you need to move on. Sagani frowns. Outgrown it like an old sealskin coat? You adapt with the times, sure, but that's a bit naive. He says your affidavit is a forgery. Just what would he know about that? It's perfectly convenient for him to cast aspersions. What with his pedigree in the Knights, he folds his arms. He blinks at you. It's a lie, of course. As should be perfectly obvious to someone as logical as you. Enough about Osric. Farewell. I need to find... I need to steal. This is perfect for me! Wait, just in case it's in here. Seriously, there's no one in here? Penhelm's affidavit. Curran, a cipher duly appointed and employed by Dunrid Road, does hereby certify that Novitiate A.M. Penhelm has been found to have a soul free of any subversive influences or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with the seal of Dunrid Row and signed by both Penhelm and Curran. Do-do-do-do-do. Is why I
It's
have good
finished.
mechanics. Scroll of Paralysis. Edict of Arrest. This edict calls for the arrest of Aeon, whose recent actions have led to the death of a Knight of the Crucible. It requests reporting any information to Justicia Aldma. It is signed Commander Cleaver. He killed them. You should have seen that coming. Oops. Hey, you missed someone stealing everything. You need to deal with Heritage Hill? Let's chat, Weiler. The Justicia's gaze flicks over to you briefly before returning to the novitiates gathered in the training area. If this is about our patrols, my novitiates are already stretched to their limit. Between the refugee influx and the mess at the Heritage Hill, I simply don't have any units to spare. After a pause, she looks over at you again. I'm sorry, was there something else you needed? Is something wrong at Heritage Hill? She lowers her voice. What isn't wrong with is the real question. A whole district of walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there. And yet this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumors about the place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about it. These disappearances. She shakes her head. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters should find a way out, I could look into it. She steps back and regards you. After what I've just told you, you want to go to Heritage Hill? I've lost trained soldiers there. Why should I let anyone in? I could get a slight negative with them. I'm going to be benevolent. It just seems like you could use the help. If you're so eager to rush to your death, I won't stop you. She quietly looks on at the novitiates. And if you're somehow able to put a stop to this, you've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. Tell me about Heritage Hill. It used to be one of the most prestigious districts in Defiance Bay, but a few months ago the residents all went mad, started eating each other, and anything else that had the bad luck to wander into the district. I've never seen anything like it. Now every novitiate that stands guard there, everyone that comes back anyway, talks of the stench of the grave and the groans of unspeakable horrors. She holds up one plate-clad finger. The why and the how are questions for the animancers. I've sealed the district in hopes of containing whatever happened there. Seems to be working, for now. If there's nothing else, I must attend to my duties. What do you do here? I'm in charge of the Keep's novitiates. I'm responsible for their training and patrol assignments. She nods at the group gathered in the training room. They're good soldiers, and they've been quick to adapt to new challenges. Oh well.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Oh, I could have just gone through this door. Doesn't seem to be anything around here. I just want to explore every... Oh god, there's an upstairs. Of course there is. This isn't stealing. Neither is this. It's an altar with nothing on it, which means I could probably place something on it. This is the symbol of Abaddon, a colossal smithing hammer imposed over a circular gear. It's smooth and bright with buffing oils. Okay. This painting shows a row of warriors standing atop the walls of Defiance Bay while Adia's ships sail away. Okay, we need to go into there. Just the bunk room, I guess, or technically the barracks. But there's chests in here. Are there any people? Nope.
It's finished.
Oh, there's you. I need you to leave. Go back on your patrol, please. Why just move over here?
It's finished. I'll see it done.
Look at all this XP for free.
It's finished.
And a gun! Wow, a gun! Thick grime cakes the bottom of the tub. The towel hanging from the side gives off an awful stench. Clean it, guys. God. Okay. Oh, it isn't an upstairs, it's a war room. I'm sure they'll let me up here. Oh, Adia wants to talk as well.
We just don't have the manpower.
Oh, that's Cleaver.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
Why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
I'll go for slightly positive. Is there a way I can help? I know how to handle myself. Always refreshing to meet someone who'd rather fix a problem than complain about it. Forge Master Dunstan is working with the Animancy Scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitator throws a rock at him, we don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Viana lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the Scrivener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise anyway. Once you've brought him the research, he can sell you any arms or armor you have need. He forges and repairs all of our equipment. You won't find a more capable smith in Defiance Bay. Was there something else you can do? I can do for you? In charge of the Crucible Knights? Here in Defiance Bay, anyhow. The High Justice is the leader of our order, but he's currently stationed at Fleetbreaker Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and to keep order for the Duke. Tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. He crosses his hands behind his back. We're the only professional army in Defiance Bay, or in the Deerwood for that matter. We defended the city in Hadret's day. We've improved our training since then, but Dunrid Rowe can certify that many of our officers come from good Deerwooden fighting stock. Now, we're responsible for patrolling the city and keeping the peace. With so many refugees pouring in from the countryside, that's become more important than ever. Unfortunately, that's earned us enemies, particularly among the dozens and some of the more enterprising families in Defiance Bay. What do the dozens have against you? He snorts. They're demagogues and troublemakers. They forget that Defiance Bay is one of the largest cities in the world and not some frontier outpost. Most of them are mercenaries on a good day and street thugs the rest of the time. Needless to say, they've no patience for law and order. Tell me about these enterprising families. House Dominel, namely. They're one of the city's oldest noble families and its largest criminal organization. Their patriarch, Gedmar, has been trying to take advantage of the turmoil to expand his operations. We've kept on top of him, and he hasn't been too happy about that. I see. Goodbye.
Slow and silent.
So Dunstan's trying to build robots. Oh, they
What
screwed
is
up
it?
by being out of range. My
I'll see it done.
thievery. That's an arquebus. Ooh, Edict of Arrest for Eon again. Stealing. Boop.
What is it? Where there's a pick, there's a way.
What are you? A fine warbow. That's a fine warbow. This document estimates the flow of refugees over the past 3 months. The figures grow by the week. This map shows the environs surrounding Defiance Bay. Flags mark strategic access points to the city. Okay. So we have a bunch of quests. Don't know what order I'm going to do them in. All that I do know is that I'll do them tomorrow. Because I have to get ready for work. But it's my last day before my holiday. Can't wait! Oh, I'm going to stream so much next week. Okay. So we already saved ANR. Save game. They were out 6. Stream day 6. So yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate your faces. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more of this. We shall go and raid. You know what? Let's go raid Blue Roo. Blue Roo's fun. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of the day. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.